What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for PayPal holdings with the ticker symbol PYPL. I will first be going over what I see in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. So let's see what the market participants are cooking up on the chart and where price is most likely headed next. So looks like price had a nice dump down lower last week. And today we saw a bounce off this upward sloping trend line. You connect the trend line from the bottom swings or the swing lows, you drag it across, and that's where price is bouncing off of. So we got one right here, we got two, and now potentially the third. Looks like price is trading outside of this downward sloping trend line, which is a bullish sign. However, maybe it's just more shallower. I don't think it is, but potentially it can come into play once again. So we'll leave it like this. This is more accurate. So this could potentially be a bottom. We came also very close to the measure move target. You can see that this was one strong impulse down by the bears. This was the start of the second impulse down. This was all the first attempt right here. Price was consolidating, coiling up for the second drop, which has occurred, but we did see a bounce from the bullish trend line. So the target was right around $60, and price reached right around the 63.40. So that might be close enough where we do see a rally take place. So again, some of these stocks could be bottoming out. You know, it's funny how a lot of people are bearish at the worst possible times. That's what the market is designed to do. Why wasn't everyone bearish over here calling a top when we had a double top and it looked like price was struggling to go up higher? So that would have been the technical correct time to be bearish, not when we just saw a huge drop in the market. Let's see, from the high to low, 30%, 32%, and we're right at the low of that move. I mean, this is generally when people get the most bearish, when you don't understand the technicals. But when you look at the chart, it looks like we potentially could be bottoming out right over here. I'm not saying we are bottoming out. I'm saying it has a good chance of occurring because of the technicals. We're outside of the downward sloping trend line. We're bouncing off a bullish trend line. We're a little bit overextended from that EMA. The market looks to be reversing as a whole. It looks like measure move target may not be reached. So there's a lot of bullish signs on the chart and not that much bearish signs as there once was before. So it could be flipping back up to being bullish. Let's see how this plays out. Again, the market is funny. It can change, the whole analysis tomorrow. But as of right now, it's looking good. And let's see if we get higher prices. Looking like price can come back up to the high 60s, low 70s, and potentially even higher from there, if this bullish trend line can hold. That's the caveat. And let's take a look at the weekly chart. You can see that it's off the swing lows. The trend line is fitting nicely. We just saw a bounce, a little bit overextended. And generally, this is also a key thing to keep an eye on. Whenever you see a big red candle or a big green candle right next to resistance, that usually can mark the bottom or the top. For example, look at this big green candle right here. This is perfect what I'm trying to illustrate. This is the biggest green candle practically in that entire uptrend. Look at this entire uptrend right over here. This one right here is the biggest one, dating back to January 13th. So that's the biggest green candle. And look, what do you get? You get the top. It marks the top of the move. Now, we did see a big red candle right over here, but it wasn't really at resistance. It was like the start of the move. But this big candle was right at resistance. Now, this big red candle is at a potential support, or you could say resistance for shorts or bears. And now it looks like we're starting to see a bounce. So again, with that also in the chart, that tells me that maybe this was like the final dump or the finale for the bears, and we could see a move up higher. So I think very soon, once that tariff news comes out, we'll have a better idea what the market's trying to do. It's setting up for higher prices, but it could just as easily drop down lower, even though I'm expecting higher prices. So we'll see how this plays out for PayPal. And that's all I have on the daily and weekly charts. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.